Hi everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing my review for These Violence Delights by Chloe Kong. This came in my, I believe, December 2020 Owl Crate unboxing, so I will link that somewhere on the eye. I absolutely love this book, so let's just go ahead and get started with this review. For those who don't know how to do my reviews, I normally write it down on a piece of paper and then I talk about it. So I do my rating, my favorite characters, least favorite characters. I read the synopsis, I do my review, I explain why these characters were my favorite and why they were my least favorite, and then I do like predictions. So I'm gonna put this right here and let's just go ahead and get started with this video. So I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely love this book. It was an amazing book in my opinion. A lot of people didn't like it, but I absolutely love this. This is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet set in Shanghai in the 1920s. So let me actually read the synopsis before we get into my review. So, the year is 1926, and Shanghai hums to the tune of debauchery. A blood feud between two gangs run the streets red, numbing the city to its chaos. At the heart of it all is 18-year-old Juliet Kai, a former flapper girl who has returned to begin her duties as the proud heir of the Scarlet Gang, a network of criminals far above the law. Their only rival is the power of the White Flowers, who have fought the Scarlets for generations. And behind every move is their heir, Roma Montagov, who was Juliet's first love until he betrayed her. But when gangsters on both sides start clawing at their own throats out, the people start to whisper of a contagion, a madness, of a monster in the shadows. As the deaths stack up, Juliet and Roma must set their guns aside and work together no matter their personal grudges. For if they cannot continue the mayhem, then there will be no city left for either to rule. So yeah. So, as I said, this is a 1920s retelling of Romeo and Juliet in Shanghai. Instead of Capulet, it's Kai, which is Juliet, and Romeo, is Montagov instead of Montague. The difference between this and the actual Romeo and Juliet, they didn't know one another. They knew of each other, but they have never personally met. In this one, Juliet and Roma knew each other, and they even dated before Juliet was sent to live in the States. We have the characters, the mother, the father. We have Nurse's backstory of what happened to her, how she was killed, how that made Juliet get sent away. We have Mr. and Mrs. Montagov, which is their name in this one. We have the cousins. We have Ty, and Ty is Juliet's cousin. We have Rose, who's Juliet's cousin, instead of it being Roma's love interest, which was absolutely amazing. As it says in the synopsis, there is two gangs, the Scarlet, which is technically the Capulet side, and the White Flowers, which are the Montagues, the Montagov side. They have been at war with each other for years. This spans back to when their parents were younger. And an illness is starting that it makes you literally rip your throat out, that you get the strength to rip your throat out and cry. And when you die, there's a bunch of insects in your hair. People see that, but then also there's rumors of a monster, an actual I don't want to say dragon, but a sea serpent maybe in the waters of Shanghai, because Shanghai is the city above the water. And the people in the gangs, people who are associated with the gangs, are starting to get killed. So this is what brings Juliet and Roma back together. Not together, but together, because it's not only killing your side, it's killing my people as well. We might be at war with each other, but we don't need innocent bystanders being killed off. So Juliet and Roma try to work secretly by themselves to try to find out who is causing the madness and how they can stop it. So we have Juliet's cousin, Ty, who wants to be the heir, but Juliet is the only child of Mr. and Mrs. Kai, so she is the rightful heir. Ty tries to act like he's big and he's bad and tries to be the heir and everything, but everyone knows Juliet will be the one who will lead them. They respect her more, but Ty is that annoying little cousin who just sits there and acts like he knows everything. We also have two of her other cousins who is from her mother's side, which is Rosalind and Kathleen. Rosalind, I can say, is jealous of Juliet because of the power she holds and keeps trying to use the, oh, we're from the mother side, we're not actually a Kai. They can throw us to the dirt whenever they feel like it. And Kathleen is more dedicated to Juliet and is like, this is still our family, these are still our people, we need to do whatever we can to help her. I really enjoyed this and loved how we really saw the Romeo and Juliet aspect. We saw the background, we saw their love story. It was absolutely amazing. It was a really good book. So my favorite characters, of course, was Juliet and Kathleen. Juliet rose really quickly to the role of the heir. She would take over situations that her father necessarily didn't feel comfortable. She took the initiative to start looking after this virus. And Kathleen, because like I said a couple minutes ago, she was ready to help her cousin with whatever. You need me to go hunt somebody down? Fine. You need me to go break into this place? Fine. You need me to infiltrate this meeting? I got you. She had her cousins back, and I absolutely love that. My least favorite character was Roma's father, Mr. Montagov. In this one, Roma's little sister Allison, which isn't really in the Romeo and Juliet part, in the original Romeo and Juliet, she gets the illness. She had stopped and saw somebody contract the illness, and she was so close that she got infected herself. So when they knocked her out, that's what drove Roma himself to try to find the cure. The father didn't necessarily care. The father had already picked somebody else out. His name was Demetrius. I don't know if he had like any relationship to Roma. I can't remember. But he had necessarily said like, I don't care. Find this out for yourself. How do you not care that your only daughter, these are your only two children, your only daughter is dying and your son wants to find the cure, and you're just like, okay, do what you gotta do. Don't let it interfere with what your heir duties are. Like, he really annoyed the crap out of me. So that is my review so far for this. We have a second book because that cliffhanger was everything. But that is my review so far for These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I'll be leaving here 2 videos. I just feel you guys should go check out. I try my hardest to post twice a week, and I'll see you guys hopefully very soon with another video. Bye guys.